Experience like no other. That's how firefighters are describing a fatal house fire.
Channel 5's Cecilia Gutierrez spoke to first responders today, and also they talked about what they heard when they arrived on the scene.
Yeah, first responders we spoke to say when they arrived here, they could only describe this scene as chaotic. Angelica Reyes describes her street as quiet.
Here nearby, or at least here on this street, nothing like this has happened before.
Reyes says when Sunday morning came around, Karen Drive was anything but quiet.
Around 3 in the morning, I got a call from a neighbor, asked me if something was going on in my house. I said no, and she said that she thought it was in my house.
That's when Reyes started to worry about her neighbors, the Maldonados.
Yes, we know them. The kids used to play with my girls. They used to come to play. Sometimes we will go fish to the canal behind our house.
Lieutenant Manny Mendoza says he will never forget the scene he got called out to Sunday morning.
A bunch of people yelling and, hey, help me, he's over here, hey, pull him out, please. There was people with water hoses trying to put out the fire.
Mendoza says by the time they arrived on the scene, the house was completely engulfed in flames.
Entry to the left, it was venting, right? There was fire coming out of pretty much every single window.
Mendoza says he's never seen a house fire like the one from this weekend.
It kind of takes a toll on us as well, mentally.
Fire officials say there were several factors to battling the blaze. Neighbors broke windows trying to help.
We try to tell people to pretty much close the door behind them if there is a fire, or close the windows, or try not to break the windows because that introduces oxygen.
Several firefighters went through those broken windows to enter the house. Hidalgo County fire investigator J.D. Franz says the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office responded to the fire as well.
The Sheriff's Office responded with great courage. Two of their deputies, with complete lack of any kind of regard for their own safety, rushed into the home.
Franz says no smoke detectors were found in the house and the structure was made of cinder block.
It acted like a furnace.
Franz says there were 3 fatalities in the fire. 37-year-old Maria Isabel Maldonado, 5-year-old Gustavo Maldonado, and 15-year-old Jonathan Palomares. He says the fire is still under investigation. Yeah, fire officials also say because of the fatalities from the fire, law enforcement and fire officials can undergo counseling through a program called Nueva Luz. It means new light. Now, fire officials also say it's standard for incidents like this for a counselor to come in, so anyone who responded to that call has someone to talk to. In Hidalgo County, Cecilia Gutierrez, Channel 5 News at 6.